Namaste, wonderful souls. Welcome to Sarvagna Life Conscious Living. Wonderful to a wonderful day again with a wonderful story. Today will be part two of anger, what we did a week before. So there are many things to talk about anger. So today we are going to talk a few more things about anger, so that this is going to bring us about a peace and tranquility in the society. Because every time when you go on the road, you have road rage, anger, just boom, boom, anger again. At home, there is anger everywhere. So there is anger everywhere. So in general, this age of Kali Yuga is designed to be like this. But in reality, we don't have to live a life like this, with surrounded with people and situations which makes us angry, and which we have to hear the anger of others. So let's hear two wonderful stories, which is going to make us understand that how anger is not outside, anger is inside. So before we start, as usual, I request you to please press the subscribe button, so that, and also press the bell icon, so that you can get the notifications every time I post new videos. And I want you to share these videos. That's the most important task which I request you to do. Share it with your loved ones, and also most importantly, share it with your hated ones. What happens here is these stories which we are telling you, and these instructions which we are giving here, is something very important. We have no idea when and who, at what point of anyone's life, this is going to make a change and bring the light, the bulb of their consciousness. It's very important to share this with everybody. So I humbly request all of you to please share it with your loved ones. Most importantly, share it with your hated ones. Okay, let's dive into our story. Today's story is very wonderful. It's one that happened in the pastimes of Lord Buddha. And this happened when a Brahmin who was very angry by many of the things which Lord Buddha was doing. Many of them were leaving their homes, going and joining him, and many things disturbed him. He didn't like many things what Buddha was doing, that he's transforming the whole society altogether. Whenever there is a change, there is always anger. People don't want change, but they just want to go on as it's going. But Buddha was bringing about a serious change in the society, and this already shaked many people. So one Brahmin person, so he was very angry. So he knew that Buddha was coming to his town. So he went to Lord Buddha and he started yelling and shouting at Lord Buddha, oh, you're this, you're doing this, you're good for nothing, you're making everybody beg, blah, 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 blah. He started shouting and shouting and shouting and shouting, shouting at Lord Buddha. Buddha was peacefully sitting and just listening and listening and listening. And he got very this person who was shouting, the Brahmin man, he himself got so much disturbed that he is still not responding. He said, okay, fine. He went back. And then he went back and he started thinking about it. Okay, what went wrong? What did I say? Did I say properly, or did I have to add something more abusive language? Why is this man not responding or not even reacting to whatever I'm telling? And then the next day he decided again, and he went back to Buddha, and then he again started shouting and shouting and shouting and shouting at Lord Buddha. And then Lord Buddha was simply sitting and smiling about it. And then he asked Buddha, are you deaf, or don't you know that I'm yelling and shouting at you? Why are you not reacting to what I'm telling? Why are you just smiling? And then Lord Buddha said, I do not take whatever you're giving. He said, what do you mean you do not take what I'm going? Are you hearing that I'm shouting at you, I'm yelling at you? And then, yes, but I didn't receive it. Then he said, what do you mean? He said, okay, fine. Lord Buddha made him understand. Do you have coins with you? Yes, I have so many coins with me. Whose coins are they? It's my coins. Yes, it's your coins as long as they remain with you. So it's not, I have not received it. So in the same way, whatever you have spoken yesterday and today, I have not received it. So it's not mine. It's still yours. It still remains with you. So in the same way, our state of mind, our inner calm, our inner tranquility is our own. It's not that anger is somewhere where you go and bump into anger. Anger is here, anger is there. No, anger is something what we become, we ignite from inside. So there's no need for us to get angry. We need to learn, no need for us to become reactive when somebody says something or does something. Again, why is all this happening? Is again because of our expectations. We have expectations from our children. We have expectations from our spouses. We have expectations from the society. We want everybody to follow as per our expectations. And our expectations are not natural, it's supernatural. It's right here. But when you see the society is already performing somewhere here, right? Is there, our expectations are always more than 10, but the society and people around us are already performing in 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever level best of their abilities. So that's where we always look down upon them. They're not, nobody's matching to my expectations. So when we cut down our expectations and bring it down to zero, when we start seeing, oh, you're already doing something, oh, you're already doing this, then we start being understanding that yes, we start seeing the reality of the self. So it's very important for us to bring about this peace and tranquility which is right within us, and not to be reactive to situations, but to be responsive to situations. Okay. And now what will happen if a person gets angry? Yes, anger is there. Yes, as I told last time also, when we get angry, first thing, which when you, if you keep a hot charcoal on your hand, what happens first? You want to take a hot charcoal and you want to throw it on somebody. Whom does it hurt first? It hurts me because it's burning me first, right? It does not, it may hit the person or may not hit the person, but the first person who gets affected is me, myself. So there will be hormones which will be generated. There will be chemicals which is generated within the system when we get angry, which is very, very, very carcinogenic. And we create this when we say in angry mood, most of the time we say, I'm done with you. Fine. And when you're angry with oneself, what do we say? I'm done with this life. I don't want to live anymore, isn't it? So when we say this, the body will not understand that you're telling out of anger or what's your emotion behind it. It only understands that now this person is done with his life. So the body will start unwinding itself. That's the reason why we create diseases within us, is because we are giving those instructions, because the body works only on the instructions which passes through us is only in the form of vibrations. And if those vibrations are of those negative nature, then definitely they will on those switches of unwinding itself. That's the reason why people suffer from cancer. That's the reason why people suffer from all the diseases. 97% of that what a human suffers is we self-make, and maximum of it comes out of anger. So please work on this. And now what happens again when it becomes angry? So let me tell you a small analogy or a story. So there was a person called Ramaya. He had a wonderful, beautiful daughter called Dhanalakshmi. And this girl was pampered, yes, and but she had this innate nature of getting angry with everything and anything. She's angry with her brother, she's angry with her relatives, she's angry with everybody around. So then the father, Ramaya, he said that, okay, fine, when you're angry, she always yells and shouts and beats and everything all around it. He said, okay, don't do this. From next time, Ramaya told, he had a toolbox. He had a full box of nails and he had a hammer. He gave the hammer and the toolbox to Dhanalakshmi. Dhanalakshmi ma, every time you get angry now, do not yell and shout. Do not beat others. You take this nail and hammer and see the big fence we have in our house. Go and tuck, 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 tuck. Nail one. Every time you get angry, one nail. Every second time you get angry, another nail. So go and do this, then Lakshmana, she said. And said, okay, I will do this. And then she started feeling better. Once every time something she gets angry, she used to take the nail and hammer, tuck, 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 tuck. Second time, tuck, 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 tuck. And then she finished very soon the whole box of nails and went back to the father. Father, I already finished the nail box. He said, oh, very good. How are you feeling now? I'm feeling much better, that I'm able to diffuse my anger on the wall, on the fence. He said, oh, very good. Now your work is go back to the wall and remove all the nails and come back. Then Lakshmana, he said, okay, fine. She went back again and then she started pulling all the nails and then came back again to home. And she showed the father, now this father Ramaya, he brought back the nails. Oh, very good. Okay, so he saw the nails. Yeah, everything is fine. Few of them are bent and everything. Said, okay, come with me. Let's go see. Then both of them went and they saw the fence. They saw the fence, that the fence was full of holes. Now he said, Dhanalakshmi ma, can you clear up these holes? Who made these holes? He said, the nails made these holes. But who put the nails? Me, I put the nails. Now, Dhanalakshmi ma, see, this is what happens when you get angry, when you speak certain things, when you do certain actions, you put the nail, right? It's already affected that person. And even though you may tomorrow you may repent, oh, I said wrong, and then you go and tell sorry also, but that means you remove the nail, but the damage is already done. You have already created a wound, an emotional wound in that person. So you will not be able to heal that so easily. So it's very, very important for all of us to learn from this analogy, from these stories, that how we are harming ourselves by creating so many diseases with our own selves, and both emotional and physiological diseases which creates due to anger. And also we are hurting others. We are creating emotional wounds, emotional scars on others. So let's become conscious and start living consciously. And it's not something which you have, it's a super science that you need to work on, and you need to go and study anger management courses to work on your anger. Just simple, do not react to situations. Whenever anger comes, you withdraw from that situation, and then you take time, you pause, and then you can respond to it. Okay. So thank you very much for listening to these wonderful stories. I bless and pray to all of us to live a peaceful and a conscious life ahead of us. And please like and share this channel. Thank you very much. May all of us be freed from all sorts of anger. And again, anger, we'll continue a few more sessions of anger. Now we talked about direct anger, right? And there is something called a passive aggression also, where we do not show the anger directly, but we show it in an indirect way. So the upcoming story will be on that. Thank you very much. Namaste.